The PlayStation Store is running its excellent end-of-year sale right now, and in this video, which is our final video covering the sale, I really want to take off all the limiters and take a look at the games that are a little bit more expensive but great deals nonetheless. If you haven't been following with us, we already uploaded a video that took a look at the games under $5, and then we also uploaded another video at the best deals from $5 to $10. Now we're looking at deals across any price range. We're not looking at the cheaper games since we already covered that, of course. But anything north of $10 is fair game. Quite a few good deals available, so without further ado, let's get right into it. And I want to kick things off with the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Special Edition and Fallout 4 Game of the Year Edition bundle. If you're looking to get both of Bethesda's open world games on PS4, this is really the route to go. 65% off for $28, which is really good given that Fallout 4 Game of the Year Edition usually goes for around $20 to $25 on sale, while Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Special Edition goes for $15 to $20. So best case scenario, you would be paying at least $35 for them on sale. And again, that's best case scenario if you are in the market for both of them, which I imagine is a select amount of people, given that I feel like the majority of people have played Skyrim, and you probably played Fallout 4 as well, but for whatever reason, maybe you played Skyrim on a separate platform, maybe you played Fallout 4 on a different platform, I don't know. If you're in the market for both games, this is a great option, and of course, with this buy, you do get all of the DLC in the respective games as well, so that's always nice, and for $28, I thought that was a good buy. Again, even if I'm not the biggest fan of Fallout 4, it's still an alright game, and to get it as a part of the bundle, it's not the worst thing in the world. Next up, we have Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. It's only 25% off, however, it's already got a great retail price at $19.99. It's a PlayStation Hits title, so it is down to $14.99, and I know these days, if you talk about Resident Evil, all of the attention is on the Resident Evil 2 remake. Maybe it has now shifted to the Resident Evil 3 remake that's coming out in April of next year, but really, the renaissance of Resident Evil began with Resident Evil 7. It was a terrific game that really brought Resident Evil back to its horror roots. If you remember, from Resident Evil 4 on with RE4, 5, and 6, even though I would say RE4 was a great game, it did take the franchise to more of an action-oriented route. Resident Evil 7 really has that horror element as the focus, and from that standpoint, it's really good. There is a free demo available, so if you're not completely sold on it, check that out. And by the way, if you do have PlayStation VR, the entirety of the game can be played with PSVR, and that definitely adds another layer to the experience, and it's quite an incredible VR experience as well. $15 for it is a great buy. Alright, next up we have Diablo 3 Eternal Collection. It is 67% off for $19.79. This is a really good deal, as well as it includes Diablo 3 and Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls. So essentially what that means is you get a crap load of content for your money. We're talking north of multiple hundreds of hours of gameplay, 200, 300 hours of gameplay. That is not hyperbolic at all. And of course, Diablo in general has quite a bit of replayability as well, so you can go back to the game multiple times, and $19.79 for it is a great buy, and I would highly recommend it. I know Diablo 4 at this point has been announced, but that's a game that's not going to come out for a very long time, probably 2022, 2023, so don't get your hopes up in waiting for that. For now, I would give Diablo 3 Eternal Collection a look. Whether you've played it or not, want it on the PS4, whatever the case may be, it's a great buy at this price point. Next up, here's another really great RPG, but of a different style. An open-world action RPG, that is Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, 50% off for $14.99. So this remaster came out back in 2017. The initial game came out all the way back in 2012. I would like to see it a little bit cheaper at this point. If it was south of $10, it would be a fantastic buy. At $15, it's still really good, and this is quite a challenging action RPG. So don't go into it expecting something that's gonna be really easy. It has some comparisons to the Souls games, but of course, as an open world RPG, a little bit different as well. And really, the issue with this game on the PlayStation 3 and 360 back in the day was from a technical standpoint. Those technical limitations have been completely removed on the PS4. It looks pretty good and it runs really well, so at $15, it's a great buy. Next up, we have Frostpunk Console Edition, which is 25% off for $22.49. This is a game that I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys that are only gaming on the PS4 don't have a lot of interest in, as it's a game that is more associated with PC gaming. It recently got ported to the PlayStation 4 back in October, and it's a game by 11-Bit Studios, the guys that also brought you This War of Mine, and that game was excellent, and Frostpunk is excellent as well. It's a very dark and strategic game. It offers a lot of challenge alongside a rich narrative featuring an alternative take on the 19th century industrial revolution. Frostpunk weaves a story of how our planet mysteriously freezes, putting an end to civilization as we know it and forcing the human race to adapt to the harsh condition. As the leader of possibly the last civilized society society on Earth. You're going to build the city your survivors live in. However, there are going to be a lot of decisions to make, and a lot of those decisions are going to come with a lot of consequences as well. That's something I can really say about the game, and that lends to the game being very replayable as well. It's an excellent game. It's not seeing a steep discount. However, given it's a relatively recent release on PS4, a discount is better than nothing, and for $22.49, I would definitely give it a recommendation. Next up, here's a game that I imagine everybody and their mother owns, but if you don't for whatever reason, Grand Theft Auto 5 is 50% off for $14.99. Again, I imagine the majority of you guys have at least played this game in some form, whether it be on last generation platforms or whatever. But if you do want the game on the PS4 for $14.99, it is really good. Of course, the PS4 version is visually enhanced. Of course, you got GTA Online in there as well, so the game does have quite a bit of content, even if you want to forego online entirely, as that does have a mixed reception. Just the single player campaign for $15 is well worth it. A lot of content there. And it's one of those games that I feel like is essential for a PlayStation 4 library, so I thought I would give that a mention. Next up, for you JRPG buffs out there, one that I would definitely recommend, Valkyria Chronicles 4, 50% off for $14.99. Valkyria Chronicles is one of those franchises that I absolutely adore. It is an excellent series of games. Valkyria Chronicles 1 was tremendous, and that is on sale, by the way. I believe it's $7.99. But Valkyria Chronicles 4 came out last year, and it was received really well. I really enjoyed my time with it. Does it revolutionize the series in any way from Valkyria Chronicles 1? No, but why fix what isn't broken? Valkyria Chronicles 4 still retains all of the strong elements, and the great thing about this game is it does offer 2 difficulty options. You can play the game in easy mode if you do want a lesser challenge and just want to experience the story. It still offers a decent amount of challenge, don't get me wrong, but definitely more emphasis on the story that way, and the story is excellent, still told in that great storybook style. It's got the same great visual style as well, and for $14.99, it's a great buy, and I definitely give it a recommendation. Next up, speaking of JRPGs, another one that was incredibly strong this generation is Tales of Berseria. It is 75% off for $14.99, and Tales of Berseria is an excellent Tales of game, quite possibly one of the best ones in recent memory. I am still partial to Tales of Vesperia, and that one was recently remastered on PS4. That one is just tremendous. However, if you look at it outside of remasters, Berseria is a really good one, and what really sets apart the Tales of games from one another are the story and the characters, and Berseria is incredibly strong in both of those elements. The main character is one of the more engaging main characters that you're gonna find in a JRPG, not your typical zero to hero storyline, rather a revenge storyline, and a main character that does have a lot of complex layers, and the rest of the cast is quite good as well. For $14.99, if you're a fan of JRPGs, I would say Tales of Berseria is a really good buy. Next up, I do want to give a shout to South Park the Video Game Collection, including South Park The Stick of Truth and South Park The Fractured But Whole, 67% off for $23.09, so a little bit on the expensive side, but given you get 2 games here, I do think it's worth it. The Stick of Truth was one of the surprisingly great games in recent memory. I believe it came out back in 2013, and I remember leading up to the release of the game, I was not sure how it was going to turn out. They were saying a traditional RPG layered with South Park. I just was not expecting the game to be good. However, it was an awesome game and stayed true to South Park, and it was fundamentally a well-designed RPG as well. Fractured But Whole I wouldn't say is quite as good. However, it is a good game in its own right, and to get both titles for $23.09, if you're a fan of South Park or you just want a humorous comedic RPG, I do think this is a really good buy right now. And lastly, gotta give a shout to the Yakuza Origins digital bundle. While pricey at 30% off for $34.99, it does include 3 separate games: Yakuza 0, Yakuza Kiwami, as well as Yakuza Kiwami 2. So if you want a great entry point to Yakuza as a franchise, this is the route to go. I've always said that Yakuza 0 is a great starting point, and then you throw in Kiwami and Kiwami 2. Those are great games as well. Of course, they are remasters and remakes of games that were released on the PlayStation 2, so a little bit aged, however, still playable by today's standards, and Yakuza 0 is a game that holds up rather well, even though I believe originally it was a PlayStation 3 game. Yakuza 0 was recently a PlayStation Plus game, so the value of this bundle might be a little bit dissipated to some people, given the fact that a lot of you guys got Yakuza 0 through Plus. However, for whatever reason, if you don't have it, this bundle is a great way to get it, and for $35, again, given that you're getting 3 games, I would say it's a great pickup right now. And that's going to conclude this video. Again, our final video covering the year-end sale. I'm a little bit skeptical on whether or not this is going to be the final sale of the year, as yearly tradition has Sony run a holiday sale. However, Not sure if that's going to be happening this year, given that this sale ends on December 23rd. However, it would seem quite foolish if they were to go through Christmas, where everybody is going to be getting their PlayStation Store credit, and you're not going to be running a major sale during that time period. That doesn't make a lot of logical sense to me, but hey, what do I know? Want to cover this sale, and I feel like we've done a pretty good job with that. That's going to conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.